Howdy how. Hi, audiences. I am, I am Om. That's a powerful word right there. So much power. I am. Now, I am, and therefore, whatever I say, it's becoming a manifested reality. So, I am procuring an intention that is going to lead to the highest, playful, most playful reality experience, and I am going to connect and share this. And I am seeing everybody getting elevated as flick because I'm not using the bad words. Okay, this is already exhilarating. This is already funny. This is already playful. This is already giving me the giggles because it's very potent. The I am, the Om, contains in itself this nucleus of creation is singularity. It is self-fulfilled source of creation that is already in its dot, it's infinite, and it's containing the whole freaking universe inside of it. This grain of sand that is infinite contains everything inside of it, which means, in very basic words, that when you say I, before you go and conclude, before you give yourself a limitation, I am this, because in choosing to be this, I'm also choosing that I'm not that. So that is where the personification, individualization comes into being. I am this, I collapse myself to be this and not that. But in I, or I am, is only being, is only isness. And this being is self-fulfilled, it is infinite. It holds the whole wide world in itself. I. Linguistically doesn't seem like it's a superpower because we might use it, we might have been using it without real knowledge, real gnosis, real perception of what this I is. Now, what is not the I or the manifested everythingness in singularity? And when I say singularity, I don't mean singular form like this individuality. I mean singularity, it is the unification of all things in the objective world. All of the appearances are contained within this singularity. So the I, therefore, is very dense with meaning. It is the first manifestation. It contains every meaning in of itself. At the same time, it's very light because it does not yet go down to dimensions of I am a human being having a breakfast thinking about what am I going to do later with this day. Now this goes to several dimensions deep, and therefore wherever we have a story we are not as light as when we are purely in the I. Now, I is the manifested being, but the self, this singular being, can also be found in the silence. The silence is the absence of manifestation, so there is not yet the I, there is not yet the light of I beaming into the world, but it's just something is there, but it's still not having a manifestation and not yet having a shape or form, not yet having a sound. And we can call it 0 and 1, 0 being the silence and I being I, 1. And they're one and the same, although this is the first diversity of appearance, the I appearing or disappearing, and still you experience nothing, or you don't even experience nothing, but you are there. Subtitles, you are there. Darkness. Okay. All right. So this genesis of creation, because I'm touching base with the very essence of creation, the quantum base of creation, the very primordial momentum of nothing and something. All right, the particle and antiparticle, or the energy and the space, or just God, if you will. So that is you before you arrange yourself in dimensions to this level of complexity where you are a human being. Now you are sometimes obsessed, sometimes possessed with details. Oh, so many arrangements of stuff that we need to make decisions with our everyday lives where something goes, you know. And not just these, but also these and those and and the future and the past, previous arrangements of data, and the potential of future arrangements of data. And now we are in a complex world, and it's very interesting. So we are kind of concerned with that. What happens between Mr. Tiger and Mr. Lighter when they encounter, and is there going to be fire, and how does it smell, or how does it feel? So absolutely, 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 we fragment the absolute into details, 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 also many details, also many details, also many details, also many details. And now what I try to do is always bring this communication back into the zero, where all these details cease for a moment. And then from zero we can make something, and from something we can make two, and from two we can make 10, and then we can play with every different arrangement. Yup. So already from a human complexity, it's important to notice the cessation of thoughts, the silence, the baseline of every arrangement. And from that, observe the arousal of the I. I am speaking. I am love. I am power. I am manifesting with my words. I am the arousal of phenomena, the creator and the creation. And with cessation, I am the destroyer, time, because whatever has been said so far, it already went away. Let me arrange something and a piece of art. Perhaps I will do it in a more in even more complex manner. See the cross. And then whoops a dipsy, that goes out of my experience. And let's do it again in another way, in a more playful way. Art, for the sake of art. And it makes me very entertained, and then it goes away. So we just created and destroyed, and this is what we do. This is how we play day to day, every day. So the extraction of wisdom in this little creative transmission, your words manifest as your reality, and words can be fragmented babble, or the words can come from zero with intention of Genesis, knowing that what I am saying it is becoming. My intention through my words becomes my reality. Which makes every single individual that knows how to talk a direct emanation of God, that is creating into the world together with this absolute self, the absolute I, that is there even without expressing itself as the I am. But then when it says I am, it creates a whole infinite screen of reality in which all subsequent details, dimensions, lighters and highlighters appear to be. And it's putting a little bit of a responsibility on us to at least be playful with our words in a creative way. You dig?